we all have one goal with this film, like one goal, get this into 1,000 theaters, you know? And that feels really cool.
We're Kansas City.
All right, today we're gonna be building a map because we are announcing the film, and we're doing this whole like website thing where people can go on and pin themselves to the website. But we thought it'd be better to do a physical map. This thing's huge. Wait. It's as big as Sam. And we're gonna hang it up over there. But we need to make like a frame. So we're gonna make a frame, and then we're gonna make have bulbs on the top, so it's like a marquee.
I just want to see some big boys in like checkered shirts. I want some big old men in there in checkered shirts getting some wood. Is that a crazy thing to say?
The biggest goal for us over the next 2-3 months is to distribute Baron's feature film. So basically how we get this into 1,000 theaters. It's just literally what it sounds like. It's this group of 20-year-olds that came together in Austin trying to get their movie in a lot of places. So happy to
this side. Fetch me that plank. Fetch me that plank.
Built this map over the past few days, in our office that has lights and shit on it. Fucking nice.
Look at that. Yeah. So.
And every time someone puts in their information, it basically gives us hey, we can bring the movie here. So what do you have to say? This is why you have interns. You see that? For that last bit of crud at the bottom there.
You know how much he pays me? He gives me a loaf of bread every week.
I'm zen now that I'm painting. We got our first hate comment. We got first hate comments last week. You guys see that? Indie filmmakers get screwed over. Or people get kind of bitter in the filmmaking. We've been more into the filmmaking world because I think people get screwed over a lot. The way we see it is indie filmmaking crack the door open, and then creators kind of kick it down. So it's in the 80s, when Spike Lee had his come up, Richard Linklater, I guess it's 90s. They were able to finance films by themselves for the first time without studios, and that was birth of indie. And then in the 2010s or 2000s, A24 came along, and they're distribution's cheaper. And it's okay, now we can make a movie we can market it for way less, but we can be auteurs and make it good. And now we think creators are a combination of both. They can move faster outside the system. And then distribution is far more cheaper than even A24 because they own the audiences. And I think the way you join this movement is be a part of internet cinema, that short film that's sitting on your hard drive that you're chopped around to 20 different film festivals and waiting for someone to just post that on YouTube. Literally make films for YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. You can do it yourself. And I think that's kind of more the message we've been thinking of is we don't want to become another gatekeeper. That's not the goal, but how do we convey this message of if you're watching this and you want to make a film, just go do it. Do it with a few friends. And I think that's the same message that indie filmmaking has always had. But for us, it's now if you build an audience, you have way more opportunities than even Spike Lee at the time, or because they still needed to rely on some folks. But that's sort of the message I'd give is we just want to be the people that kind of open that door, but also bring everyone along with us. And if Baron's film does well, then all of a sudden it's internet cinema is a thing. Our e-bikes got stolen out of our backyard, and then we see him on Facebook Marketplace, and then we go to confront him with all our friends, and it's the same guy that sold him the e-bike.
Yeah, so the guy posted it on Facebook Marketplace the next day, and we set up a time to go see him, and we pulled up with 10 of our friends, and I watched this guy get out of his car, and I realized it's the same dude that I bought our bikes from a year and a half ago. So he's got some crazy scheme going.
Crazy.
What are you working on today?
Today, we're doing a production in Berlin that our friend Seb is filming for. So we're doing a call with their team at 9:30. So that's in an hour. And then we're doing a meeting with the whole media team because this week on Thursday we have like a potential hire coming in who's helping us with short form. So chatting with the whole team on it. Well, basically the biggest goal for us over the next like 2-3 months is to distribute Barron's feature film. So basically like how we get this into 1,000 theaters. It's just literally what it sounds like. It's this group of 20-year-olds that came together in Austin trying to get their movie in a lot of places. Part of the idea is today we're launching like a map that's both on our website for the movie, as well as like we built this map over the past few days like in our office that like has lights and shit on it, and every time someone puts in their information it basically gives us like, hey, we can bring the movie here. So if like 100 people sign up in like Missouri, then all of a sudden we can put the movie there, and so every time someone does that we're gonna pin. That's the vision.
Finances. Currently on the finances as well. It's the spreadsheets. I hate the spreadsheets.
Not I hate those too.
I hate them, bro.
They don't want us, never again.
Bro, I got
They don't want
Chris this mug last year because I was trolling him. That's like, it's like a spreadsheet mug. It's so funny. Just trolling him. This is our CFO.
Nah, not a chance.
We're here, Camp Studios. This is our office space. 2 months ago we moved in here. Wow. This is our wrap.
We're shooting the first video of the Two Sleepy People series, kind of just introducing formally the fact that we're releasing this movie in theaters and we're figuring out how the heck to do that for the first time.
I'm just trying to write a script for a reel. I'm trying to work on it, and the way that works for me is like staring at it for like 30 minutes and then eventually writing down a sentence. So this is what we got so far.
All right, cool. So like, we'll do 2 YouTube videos. One will go up today. We'll do 2 Sleepy video, finish that, hang up the poster, run with that. They'll be out tomorrow, and then we'll start on 2 Sleepy. And then, yeah, the goal, the North Star for us is 50 to 100,000. Let's do 50K first. Email us signups and pins on the website.
We're trying to hire an events intern to basically help me out, because there's a lot of different moving parts. There's like booking actual theaters for the screenings, but then also booking like all of the travel. So that's like transportation, booking flights for the team, helping with like meals, and then like Airbnbs and hotels. Yeah, there's a lot of, and just like talking about this is making me realize how many moving parts there are.
What if we did like our heads? Oh, everyone late. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it folds like that.
This is kind of weird. Just modeling over this composition.
Alright, so since you're in your layer tab, you have to go back to your comp tab. Right? So now you have, this is the mask.
And then you can put stuff in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today was a lot of shooting. We shot an IG reel and editing, trying to get it up by tomorrow, but also planning the next month or so of what the story leading up to Two Sleepy People is gonna look like. I was also starting to just design a bunch of the graphics that are gonna come out for Two Sleepy. I like that if I'm stuck on something, I can just shoot it over to Simon and he'll fix it up, or if he's stuck on scripts, he passes them to me too, or if Keone's stuck on an edit, he'll get my second eye on it, or if we're just completely like stuck on what the next week of videos look like, we ask Chris, we ask Chloe on what they're working on and try to incorporate it on stuff. So I like how scrappy we are with everything. It's very on brand. It's very on brand.
What are we doing?
We are releasing twosleepypeople.com to the world for the first time officially. Will the website ring? We have no idea, but you get to decide where this movie goes.
So basically,
Oh god.
over the last 2 days, we've been building that map. Basically, we're launching that to the world with a beautiful video that Sam made.
That should be good. This is the first episode of
First
the new,
episode
the
of
new series.
Road to 1,000 Theaters.
Road to 1,000 theaters. And so if you're seeing this, literally right now, I swear to God, go hit that link and drop a pin where you are. You didn't do it yet.
And it begins. And it begins. And it begins. And it begins. It begins.
Look at that. Look at that.
I feel kind of weird giving advice because I'm not like a filmmaker myself. but I come from a background of creating things on the internet and posting stories on the internet. And what I would say is like, yeah, if you want to break into the modern film scene, the best way to get discovered is to post things out on the internet. I think like that's what we've learned here is that, and I mentioned it this morning of like, you never know who's watching, and YouTube has like infinite distribution where you could post something, it could be seen by 1 million people, and one of those 1 million people could like come back, resonate with what your story is, and completely change your life. Like we've had that happen to us multiple times. So my advice to any filmmaker out there would be like, if you have like short films sitting on hard drives, like put that shit on YouTube or just put it out on the internet, and give it a chance to be seen by the world.
Chris! See, this is where we're now friends. Outside of work. Just me and Chris being friends.
So we become friends for the day,
Friends for the day. It's good to see you, Chris.
Good to see you, my
How was
friend.
the work day?
Workday was great. And then we tap into the night shift around 7.
Night shift? That's what happens.
30 minutes and from now we'll become co-workers again.
But we have a little life in between them. But yeah, it's a whole day at Camp Studios. Anything you want to tell to the people before Joseph leaves, Tris? I want to say to the people back home.
What do I want to say to the people back home? Man, if you watched Ben 10 when you were a kid, you are in for a treat.
What's that?